Oh, over to you, Sam. Do you want to introduce yourself and for the people you don't know, and just maybe say a little bit about what we're going to do today, perhaps?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Harry. So good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're all well. So we're going to be doing some gentle warm-ups and something called Qigong. So Qigong is basically moving whilst breathing, and all this comes under the idea of Tai Chi. So we're moving in a specific way. We're going to run for about 15 minutes of warm-ups and about 15 minutes of Qigong, and hopefully you'll learn how to breathe in a way that is beneficial to your health, but also tends to kind of calm you down as well. And we add the movement in with the breath, which is a really nice way to do exercise. And the best way really to do it, see what it's all about, is to try it. Okay? Is there any questions, anybody?
I don't know if we have to see you, but I can't see you at the moment.
I can't see you.
I will pin you, Sam, so you will be the main center of our...
I'll be the center of everybody's attention, will I?
Yeah.
Oh no! Hi.
And in that way, I don't have to mute participants as well. So if anyone has any questions, then you will be able to hear that as well. But you still will be the camera will be on you.
That helps, Julia. Can you see Sam now?
No.
Nope.
Still not.
I can't.
No, I'm with Sue. I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
Quite strange, because you're the main screen.
Let's try that. Is that
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I can now.
Better?
amazing?
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to my living room. Well, I didn't think I'd be teaching a lot of people from this space about 6 months ago. So, do you want? Should we
ask Sam,
sorry, Harry, you go for it.
Sorry, I was just going to say, obviously different people have got levels of mobility and whatnot. So I was wondering if you could say something around that and saying, what parts of the body we might be moving or things like that. And some
Yeah, good point. Very good point indeed. Something I completely forgot about. So all these movements, generally speaking, you should be able to do from a chair. One of the benefits of Qigong and Tai Chi is that you can change the exercises to make it work for yourselves. So if you're in a chair, then what you'll find, if I just show you, for example, if I'm sat on this chair, sometimes it's better to push yourself to the back of the chair because your back is nice and straight then. Especially if we're doing a breathing exercise, and other times you might just feel like bringing yourselves a little bit forwards. So the thing with a chair is sometimes you can actually hit it with your elbows if you're turning. So just be a bit careful of the back part of the chair. If you've got arms here, just try not to hit them with your arms and just adapt the exercises. And if I can think of a way that makes it easier to do from a chair, then I'll try and help you out with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anything else that I should cover before we make a start?
No, I think it's all good. Now we're ready, I think. Everyone's ready? Everyone's okay? Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
Cool.
Brilliant.
Okay, let's make a start. So if you do want to stand up, then please just find some space. If you're sitting down, just get yourself comfy. I'm going to move the chair out of the way. Just going to alter the screen very slightly so we can see my whole body. Okay, so we're going to start with a few gentle warm-ups. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the feet in a shoulder width stance. So if you're sat down, just bring the feet out so they're flat on the ground. And we're going to breathe in through the nose. And as we breathe out through the mouth, relax the shoulders down. Breathing in through the nose. As you breathe out through the mouth, relax the hands, arms, and shoulders. And then we're going to gently turn from one side, remembering if you're in a chair, try not to hit the elbows or the hands. And then we're going to draw the elbows up into elbow strikes. It's looking good. From here, going from one side to the other. And then back into elbow strikes. Let's face the hands towards one another. And we're just going to gently turn. Okay, let's draw the hands down. Now, if you're sat in a chair, just bring one foot forwards, and if you're stood up, do the same. We're going to place the foot onto the toes, and we're going to circle the knee around so that we're warming up the ankle joint. So the circle of the heel goes around like this, and then change the direction. So now my heel is going this way. Okay, let's swap feet and circling. And change the direction. Okay, give the legs a little shake. Now we're going to place the fingertips onto the collarbones. That's those bones that come across here. And we're going to bring the elbows around in a circle. It's looking good. And then if you've got the space, we're going to open up the arms and circle. Okay, from there, we're going to place the fingertips onto the collarbones again and rowing backwards with the elbows. And then bring the hands and the arms in, creating bigger circles. Then from here, we're going to hold the hands out, draw the hands in and out to the sides. Into the diagonals, so one hand is higher than the other. And then draw one hand straight up, palm faces away, and then draw the other hand up. Okay, from here, let's bring one hand over the top and bend this part of the body, the side of the body, and then we're going to change sides coming onto the other side. Okay, from here we're going to hold the hands in front of us and we're going to roll the elbows. Sorry, we're going to roll the wrists. So here we're pushing the wrists down, we're circling and pushing. We're trying to warm up this joint here. and then change the direction. And then shake the hands out, and then bring the hands to the sides, and then bring the hands down. Okay, just give me the thumbs up. Can you all hear me and everything is making sense so far? Any questions at all? Nope. If you've got any questions, you can hold down the space bar and ask, okay? So from here, you can do this from a seating position. If you're not seated and you're stood up, then point the feet out at 45 degrees and bend the knees. Now, if you're just sat down, it's the same thing, just sitting down with the legs slightly pointed out. And what we're going to do is we're going to do these flicks. So we're flicking the fingertips forwards, and we're going to about our own eye level. So just flicking forwards. Okay, let's just draw the hands down. Now, the way that we move the top part of the body in this exercise is by turning the spine. So the hips are here. We're going to keep the hips facing forwards. They're not going to move. But what you can do is you can move by turning your spine. And we're going to flick forwards with that movement whilst keeping the hips where they are. Okay, let's take a breath in through the nose. As we breathe out through the mouth, relax the shoulders, relax the arms, and relax the hands. So it's in through the nose and out through the mouth. And relax. Let's bring the feet in so that they're both facing forwards in a shoulder whip stance. And we're going to interlock the fingers. We're going to turn from side to side. And once the hands get to chin level, point the palms up to the sky and stretch up. Lean to one side. If you can, let the head rest on the arm, and then leaning to the other side. From here, soften, release, and relax the hands and the arms. Okay, let's try that one again. We're going to interlock the fingers. As the hands come up, turn the waist from side to side, and stretch. Lean to one side, and then the other. Soften, release, and relax. Okay, let's go through this one more time. Turning from side to side. Draw the hands up, stretching up, and lean to one side, and then the other. And then draw the hands down. Okay, good. We're going to lean the head to one side. So we find if we're doing a lot of desk work that the neck tends to become quite stiff in the top part of the back. So we're going to do an exercise that might help with that. I'm leaning my head to one side and I'm just allowing the opposite shoulder just to slightly move down. And then roll the head to the other side. We get halfway round and then we're going to roll back to the other side. Going from one side to the other. Now what we find is that if you're sat in a chair for quite a lot of the day, you tend to not use your legs. So we're going to do an exercise, and I'll show you how to do it stood up and on a chair. If you're sat down, then all we're going to do is we're going to kick one foot forwards, and then we're going to kick the other foot forwards. If we're stood up, we're going to kick one foot, and then bring the weight onto the other foot, You might need a chair to do this or something to hold and kick. So it's a toe kick. It's not very aggressive, it's firm, but we keep the leg relaxed. So we're just going from one side to the other. This is also a really good exercise for helping with your balance. Now what I want us to do is to swing one foot forwards and back. And if you're sat in a chair, you can bring yourself to the front of the chair and just lift the foot up and back. Let's swap the feet over. This is an exercise I teach people if they're trying to increase their balance. So one of the things Tai Chi is good for, has been scientifically proven, is that it reduces the amount of falls people have if they're over the age of 65. So it's good for our balance. And the reason for that is because we're strengthening these muscles down here. Another exercise to do that's good for the legs from a seating position is just bring one leg to the side and then back, then over to the side and back again. So it's just like you're tapping. From a standing up position, it would look like this. You just lift your foot up and tap, and then lift the other foot up and tap. Once more on both sides. Now we're going to do a stretch. You can do this from a seating position and a standing position. Point your feet out at 45 degrees. Walking the hands down. Just feel that stretch up the back of the leg. And coming back up again. And then going over to the other side. So you point the foot out, you just gently walk your hands down to wherever feels comfortable. And coming back up. Okay, from there, let's put the hands together. We're going to rub the hands up and down, trying to generate some heat in between the fingers. And then up and down the backs of the hands. Around the wrists. And then up and down again, in between the fingers. And then as if you're washing your face in the morning, putting your hands here and just rolling the hands around the face. Okay, great. Now with your fingertips, we're going to just place them and we're going to push in and we're going to come across the head and we're going to go roughly to the top of the neck. So it's over, gently pushing into the head and down. Now with the middle finger and the index finger, we're going to press into the forehead and just pressing out across the forehead. It's a really nice exercise if you've got a headache. And then with the fingertips, we're going to go around the temples. Dabbing around the eyes. If you've got glasses, you might need to just put them on your head. Just lightly dabbing around the eyes. And then we're going to go down the nose. From here, with the palms of the hands, we're going to come down the jaws, the jaw muscles, and then down the throat. From there, we're just going to lightly pinch around the ears. And then with your right hand, so if you're facing the screen, that's this one, we're going to come into the shoulder and we're going to give ourselves a massage. And if you can feel any areas that are tense, just trying to push and squeeze those areas. So massaging the shoulder. Okay, great. Now with the right hand, if you pull your fingers down, There's a bit of reflection going on in here. So my thumb is out and my fingers have just been pulled down. I'm going to tap down my outside of my arm, and then I'm going to come back up the inside of the arm. So it's down the outside and coming back up the end. And I'm going to squeeze my arm down. And then brushing off. Okay, let's go into the other shoulder, giving yourself a light massage. And then we hold the left hand out, we pull the fingers down at the top so they roll down. It's almost like a claw-like structure. And I tap down the outside, and then I come back up the middle of the arm. Down the outside, back up the middle, and then squeezing down the arm. Okay, brushing off. Now with the backs of the hands, we're going to come into the back where the kidneys are, and we're going to warm this area up. So circling. And tapping down. And brushing off. Now this is one exercise that I haven't been able to convert into being able to do it from a chair, so I do apologise. But if you stood up, hands are here, and then pushing the waist around. Change the direction. And then to finish off the warm-ups, if you can from a seating position, we're going to tap down the outside of the legs and then coming up either the side or the back of the legs. So it's down the front and back up the side. And then shake the hands and the legs and the feet off. Okay, good. So this next few, or the next 2 minutes, you can do from a standing position, or you can do it from a sitting position. I'm just going to take a chair. We're going to look at the breath. So the way we breathe in Qigong is very specific. It's in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Okay? So if you're on a seat, just push yourself back so you've got a nice straight back, feet are flat on the ground. So it's in through the nose, and then we breathe out of the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. There's going to be a couple of pauses in between the breaths. So it's in through the nose and pause, breathing out through the mouth and pause. Breathing in through the nose and pause, breathing out through the mouth and pause. Okay, just relax for a moment. So the way we breathe is we fill the lungs to about 80% of their full capacity, and when we breathe out, we leave about 20% of the air in the lungs. So we're not going the whole way. And the reason we're not going in the whole way and out the whole way is because it stresses out the body. And this whole process is trying to help us to relax the body and the mind, and to forge that link between the body and the mind in a relaxed way. So let's try it again. We're going to breathe in through the nose and pause, breathing out through the mouth and pause. In through the nose, pause, and out through the mouth. Now just try a few of these breaths in your own time. You can have your eyes open or closed. One last breath. So that's the breathing technique. If you're used to it, then we're also breathing from the lower part of the belly upwards. So it's lower abdomen breathing, but that takes a little while to get. Okay, let's see. Is there any questions on anything we've done so far?
Can't hear you, Sam.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's great, Sam. Thank you.
Brilliant. So I don't think there's any questions. If there is, just hold the space bar down and ask. If not, we'll move on to the next exercises. Cool. I think everybody has understood what we're trying to get at. If you haven't, you can always ask at the end of the session. Okay, we're going to try some Qigong, and that involves the same breath that we've been doing. So remember, it's in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you find if you're ever in a situation where you want to calm yourself down, or if you're trying to get to sleep, that same breathing technique works wonders. Okay, so you can do all these exercises from a chair, or you can do them from a standing position. We're going to bring the feet so that they're roughly underneath the shoulders and they're pointing forwards. We're going to hold the hands in front of us, and we're going to breathe in as the hands come up, and then breathing out as the hands come down. So it's in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you were here last time, these will be the same 8 exercises we did last time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. It's fine if you want to go faster or slower than myself, but the idea is to try to slow yourselves down if you can. Okay, one more time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. From here, we're going to breathe in as the hands come up, stretch the arms out to the sides, bring the hands back again, and then draw the hands down. Okay, let's add the breath in. It's in through the nose, out through the mouth, breathing in again, and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and out. Okay, one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now for the next exercise, we're going to bring the feet into a wider stance, and the right hand, if I turn around, my right hand is above my head, my left hand is held out. I'm going to breathe in as I shift my weight to my left, and then breathing out, shift your weight to your right. breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Once more onto both sides. From there, come back into the middle and draw the hands down. We're going to bring the feet back into a shoulder width stance with my left hand in front of the dantian. The dantian is just a point below the belly button. It's to do with your energy. So left hand is here, right hand is over the top. And there's a couple of inches of space in between the hands. We're going to breathe in as the hands come up. If I bend my knees, you should be able to see. And then breathing out. Each time the right hand is going to be over the left. Breathing in. And breathing out. Right hand over the left. Breathing in. And breathing out. This is a really simple exercise. So in your own time, I just want you to work through this a few times. It's in as the hands come up and out with the breath as the hands come down. Wherever you are, we're just going to go through this one last time. Okay, now with the next exercise, we fold at the hips. So from the side, it looks like this. My back is still straight, it's not curved, and then we come back. If you're in a chair, you can just lean forwards and then come back, okay? So there's 4 parts to this exercise. Hands are in front of us. Draw the hands up so they are opposite your temples. Lean forwards. Push the hands away and then draw the hands down. Breathing in. Lean forwards, breathing out, stretch the arms forward, straighten the back, draw the hands down. Breathing in, lean forwards, straighten the back, and breathing out. One last time. Breathing in, and out. Don't worry if you've got any of these wrong. It took me ages to learn these 8 exercises, so of course there's going to be some differences between how you're doing it. The main thing to remember is to do it softly and gently. Okay, now number 6 is called Repulse the Monkey. We're going to bring one hand in front of us, doesn't matter which one for now. The opposite hand goes behind you, and we're going to bring one hand over the other. Palm faces palm, so you can clap, and then the other hand comes back, bends the elbow, and we come over once again, palm to palm. We could in theory clap if we wanted to. Now the breathing is breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Once more onto both sides. And then bring the hands to shoulder height and down as we relax. From here, we're going to draw one hand up as if you're throwing an underarm throw. It faces palm down. And then we're going to throw the opposite hand up, palm faces up, and then palm faces down. Turning from the waist, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. One last time. To finish the Qigongs off, we're going to do what's called turning to look at the moon. Hold the hands like this. We breathe in. As we breathe out, just turn to one direction. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. Once more to both sides. And then we'll finish off by bringing the hands down, breathing in, right hand over left, and breathing out. 2 more times, hands come up the sides, breathing in, right hand over left, and breathing out. 1 last time. And then we'll pause with the hands down here. And then give the hands and the feet and the legs a shake. Now there's going to be a lot of stuff in there that you would have missed or you got wrong, and that doesn't really matter. It's more about just doing some gentle exercise. That's the important thing. Is there any questions at all?
I'm asking people to unmute themselves because everyone was unmute. That's why maybe there was no question before. Sorry about that. Okay.
You're breathing in, holding, breathing out. We do in yoga, and it's called 4 square breathing. It's the same sort of thing. You can go up and hold it for 4, hold it for 6. You come down, we're thinking 4 square following a square, and it's quite interesting that you use the same sort of thing, except in yoga you breathe all through your nose, at least the yoga I do. Yes,
That's
it doesn't
interesting.
matter, makes no difference. Yeah,
that's interesting. We breathe out through the mouth in Tai Chi because it's supposed to have a calming effect on the nervous system and a cooling effect. And yeah, it's the same method from all my teachers, and in yoga it's interesting to hear that it's slightly different.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julia.
That's right. But it's the same pattern of breathing, and it's to calm you down. So when you're walking down the high street, you can, breathe in for 4. By the time you worked it all out, you haven't tripped over, But it's that thinking about your breathing that makes you feel calm.
Yeah, and someone came onto Radio 4 recently. They said the reason it's good in mindfulness training is because it brings you into the present, because you're focusing on your breath. You're not worried about the future or the past. You're just there in that moment. And that moment can help bring you into kind of a more, oh, I'm here. I don't need to worry about all that stuff that was going on in my mind.
Yeah, it sort of cuts that out, doesn't it?
Momentarily, and then it all starts again. Any other questions at all?
No, I thought it was great. I do feel quite calm now. So it definitely works.
Brilliant. Who was that? Was that
Katrina?
Hi, Katrina.
Hi.
Great. Thanks very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's very good.
You have to practice that now when you're in the surgery.
Yeah, I think I will, Rose. Between patients.
I was actually gonna ask, Sam, you said like a couple of those are really easy to do. I remember especially the one above your head, just in your own time, and you don't need instruction and guidance. I was wondering who thinks they might kind of do that in the middle of the day or
yeah,
just,
sure.
Yeah.
So if you
I
do
got one, nice one.
if you're doing a lot of sitting down, then your arms might be moving, your shoulders might be moving, so you're getting a bit of exercise here. You might even be having a nice cup of tea or something, but your legs are not moving at all. So any movement, for example, just lifting it up and moving it to the side, or gently swinging it if you've got the space. And also, if you can stand up just for 1 minute, then you can always just do, say, a stretch like we did at the start over the head, leaning. And when you find that there's a bit of a pain in your body, like in the middle of the shoulders, it's really important to kind of just do some movement, try and work out a movement that might get into that area and start teasing out that kind of, those muscles which are being held quite taut. And as far as the Qigong goes, the easiest one to remember, and probably the most important one, is this, which is, it's number one. Your hands were here. You breathe in as the hands come up, and then you breathe out as the hands come down. Very easy to remember. The shape is like the hands are going around a giant light bulb. In as the hands come up, and out. Does that help, Harry? Ooh. Any other questions or comments at all?
Yeah, I could do it.
Oh, carry on.
Fancy.
I found the breathing very good to do, but I couldn't do the exercises with them. I just did the breathing. So
Oh,
I've
great.
got not much movement in my arms and legs.
Yeah, no, the breath has a massive impact on the digestive system, the brain function. So just doing some focused breathing techniques can really help you. So thanks for that, Sue.
Thank you.
You wanted to say something as well.
Hello. I'm watching my program now. My
Muted Rose, I think she took a phone call maybe, unless I've just blocked her off. Someone else had a question? Or?
It made me sleepy.
Okay, the teacher made you sleepy, right? No, that's fine. Basically, what I used to get this in my class in Exeter with Joe Salmon. Basically, as you start to relax, your mind tricks you and thinks you're actually going to sleep. And that is a nightmare when you're trying to just do sitting down meditation. So if you find you're going to sleep, it's probably a sign that why not get some extra sleep, have a nap. We're getting towards winter. We should be resting more. And if it's not a bad thing if you find you're getting a bit tired from these exercises, it's a sign that you're kind of relaxing into them. It's annoying sometimes, but I then work out a better time to practice, like might be earlier in the morning or something, might be better than later on.
Just a couple points, I guess, if it's, before we go back to the Tai Chi, if we need. But most of you know Stella, who's come to the groups quite a lot. I've been speaking with her about running a Christmas card crafting session, because she's really good at making cards, but what she needs is to know who wants to do it so that we can post you a little pack of card, and I don't actually know what she's got in mind, but she said as long as you've got scissors we can sort the rest out and stuff. So I was just wondering if you're interested, maybe you can just put your hand up or something, and we can post out stuff. Yeah, okay, so Marg, Sue, Jenny, Maggie. Glenys and Toby, would you be interested? Or
which day would it be on?
It would be on a Tuesday. It'd be the same as the. I don't know what date it would be.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So we'll probably just do all to be honest, and see who comes. But
she's brilliant. She really is. She's
really good at it, very patient and excellent.
I'm not very good at drawing.
What's that, Toby?
I'm not very good at drawing.
You don't have to draw.
Oh, you don't?
No, no. You can
No,
just
I'm
make.
hopeless at craft, but I can do it.
Okay. Yeah, all right then.
Thank you, Tom. That's brilliant.
Good. I don't know when that'll be, but I've just been speaking to her today, so she asked everyone, and we'll sort that out in the next month or so before Christmas, hopefully. And just the other thing, so we've got at 3:30 we've got the pub quiz like normal, so you're all welcome to that as well, and that's just going to be, as it always is, a bit of a laugh. Tomorrow we've got the first, we're doing monthly creative writing with Liz, who joined us before. So I spoke to her. Again, it's one of those ones where people often think, oh, I don't know if I can do that, I'm not very creative. It really doesn't matter. You come, you do as much or as little as you feel like, and she's just got some really simple, like last time we did we wrote a poem based out of what was in our purse or in our wallet, and it was just I found it a really nice way to just step out of your sort of day-to-day and think about things a bit differently. So it'll be something similar to that. I think we're talking about current events that have had like an impact on you, so like the moon landings, or you know, I'm not going to say the C word, other things that have happened in the news that have been important. So that's tomorrow, and then on Friday we've got our active session, which will be with Aggie this week, I think.
We will have Joey Weeks, because he's quite popular right now. Joey Weeks.
I couldn't come and I couldn't get in last Friday.
I know, I tried to admit you, Toby. We'll try again, okay, this Friday. Hopefully you will be able. I will send you details again.
Okay.
We will be exercising with Joey Weeks. He's got lots of nice exercises, gentle exercises as well. And on next week, we will have shiatsu at 2 o'clock on Tuesday with Santhia. She's joined us a couple times and she's really great as well. So hopefully you can join us. So thank you everyone for joining today. I hope you liked it. Could you please put your hands up who did like it? So at least we can see feedback. Sam, you didn't like it?
Well, you know, put two hands up.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey, more than welcome.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Really nice group.
Thank you,
Thanks
Sam.
everyone for coming along and trying it out. And thanks.
Thank you.
It was great, thank you.
For everyone, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Aggie.
Thanks all.
Tuesday.
Thank you, Harry.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.